Governor,
you lied to the committee.
You are the lie. You are a pathological liar.
Governor,
Yeah.
Governor, you are getting out of order.
Isiolo Governor Abdi Guyo's political career has just collided with a legal storm. On Friday, September 5th, 2025, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions dropped a bombshell. It has ordered the arrest of Isiolo Governor and 7 of his close allies. The charges are grave: kidnapping with intent to cause grievous harm and robbery with violence.
We highly and strongly condemn what has happened to Abdirahaman Mohamed from Isiolo. And as we said, he was picked from Maanzoni in Machakos County in the middle of the night, almost towards dawn, at 3 in the morning. Tortured, battered, beaten, and actually bullied to the extent that we cannot be able to say how much injury has sustained, but definitely this kind of torture could equally be fatal. We condemn this highly, and we want to say that the DCI should not only investigate, but the DCI must summon the governor of Isiolo, because it's alleged that the goons who beat this young man and who have tortured this young man are associated with the governor of Isiolo. We are asking the DCI that he summons the governor of Isiolo to make statements and to give light to what could have happened to this young man.
In Kenya's political history, governors have faced corruption charges, impeachment attempts, and scandals, but a sitting governor facing kidnapping charges is virtually unheard of. According to the ODPP, the case traces back to a chilling night on June 19, 2025 in Machakos County. That evening, former Isiolo County Chief Officer of Health Abdirahaman Mohamed sat with 15 members of County Assembly at Outbark Hotel in Maanzoni. These MCAs were aligned against the governor, backing his impeachment. But what was supposed to be an ordinary political meeting turned into a nightmare. The ODPP alleges that Governor Guyo and his supporters stormed the hotel. In the chaos, they disarmed Abdirahaman, physically attacked him and forced him into captivity.
Babu tulimefuatwa muda kuanzia saa 5. Tumekimbishwa, tumeenda mpaka karibu Iteni, huko karibu Wazingishu. Hiyo barabara yote tumefuatwa na Kuru, tumefuatwa mpaka hapa. Ilipofika saa 9 usiku tulifika hapa, tujalala, tumechoka. Mwenzetu aliweza kuwa abducted na kupigwa vibaya. Kwa hivyo tunalaani hiyo kitu.
To condemn in the strongest term possible the injurious goonism, intimidation, abduction.
The ordeal did not end at the hotel. Abdirahaman was reportedly blindfolded, beaten, and intimidated. Hours later, he was abandoned at Ruai sewage area, battered, shaken, and stripped of his belongings. Among the stolen items were a licensed Glock pistol loaded with 15 rounds, an iPhone 16, 70,000 Kenyan shillings in cash, and other personal effects.
Hawa watu ambao walikuwa wanatufuata jana washukwe, tujue nia yao ilikuwa ni gani. Sisi tumeweza kurekodi statement, polisi walikuja hapa na tumeweza kurekodi statement. Vile jana tuliona ile occurrence yetu ilikuwa jana, sisi tumeweza kuandikisha. Na tumeambia Kenya kwamba tumeambia watu Isiolo kwamba
CCTV evidence from the hotel placed Guyo and 7 others at the scene. The names listed by the ODPP read like a small militia: Abdullahi Jaldesa Bantika, Dade Boru, Abdirashid Ali Diba alias Ngila, Abdinur Dima Jilo, Hamid Dwale, Josephat Mwangi Komu, and Yusuf Maina. Each of them now faces possible arrest and prosecution alongside the governor.
And if possible, the police should also take action to be able to trace a number of people who want to pick Abdirahaman Mohamed Ibrahim from the hotel where he was, because we are sure that those kind of places will be having CCTV so that we can be able to start digging into this matter. Because These kind of things will make this country go into anarchy if they're not controlled. When more young people are being targeted by anybody who is in a position of power, it aggravates the other young people. A war to a young person, one of them, is a war to all young people, all of us. So therefore, the governor must be held accountable, and accountability starts by writing a statement at the DCI. And we urge that the DCI moves swiftly to make sure that he gets this statement both from Abdirahaman himself, if he's feeling better, but most importantly from the governor. And I also want to be very clear that because we are two senators who have spoken to this issue.
What makes this case politically charged is not just the brutality of the alleged crime, but the context behind it. They are not random victims. They were political opponents, members of county assembly who supported the governor's impeachment. That alone raises questions. Was this an act of vengeance? Was it intimidation meant to silence dissent in Isiolo's political landscape?
County with 10 MCAs and 36 advisors and 31 chief officers. That is madness. You can't tell us that that is justified and that you're going to do it because your staff establishment says so. That is completely out of order, completely unacceptable, Governor.
This house is house of record.
And it is a house of order.
The ODPP revealed that the file was initially handled by its Machakos office, but later transferred to Nairobi for an independent review because of the immense public interest surrounding the governor's case. That review is what triggered today's orders for arrest. For Governor Guyo, this is not just a legal case, it is a political earthquake. With 2027 elections already shaping up, the optics of a sitting governor facing kidnapping and robbery charges could destroy his ambitions or embolden his critics who have long accused him of thuggery and heavy-handed politics. But the story is not over. Will the Directorate of Criminal Investigation successfully apprehend the governor? Will he resist arrest and claim political persecution? And if the charges hold, will Isiolo head back to the ballot box in a by-election before 2027? For now, what is clear is this: Governor Abdi Guyo, once considered untouchable, is now Kenya's most wanted man in politics, and his arrest could reshape not just Isiolo politics, but also the national conversation on impunity, power, and accountability.
We have spoken on it from a perspective of being concerned that a young person has been picked from a hotel, and a young person has been battered and beaten and has been seriously injured. And we saw the last time a young person was picked from their home and battered in a different situation and injured, it was fatal. And that's why the country is in chaos right now. I want to make it very clear that as senators, we're not speaking from this from a political perspective. We are speaking from it from a point of concern to the kind of targeting on young people that we are seeing.
Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader Kering Chebet.